really that bottom line acceptance of what is and acceptance of other people, if we can work on that piece of really truly just being accepting and then coming from love rather than our fear and resistance, is that a practical way that we can step from where we might be now, getting towards more of our true essence?
Okay, before we start coming from love, I know that is the most priceless area to come from always, because coming from love is really coming from yourself. Okay, now, if we can take that further for a moment, gorgeous, this is where the biggest conflict lies with these dear ones that I'm playing with right now. Coming from love, I know how urgent these dear brothers are wanting you to come from love. But the truth is that it's not there. And this is where it becomes a tango. I'm supposed to feel this way, but I don't. So can we just honor that for a moment? Now, let's let the dear brothers around you, outside of you, doesn't matter if it's a husbands, brides, offsprings, can we please just let them and let ourselves, most importantly, be in a total state of neutrality, watching the behavioral mannerisms, watching the actions, reactions that dear brothers are coming from. Before we attempt to come from anywhere else, let's just step back for a moment. Let it be what is, but let's also, as we're letting it be what is, let's not become intricately involved. Because that's where the panic button goes on. That's where the adrenals, that's where the egoic structure takes over. And I know more than you do, and we love them dearly. That's not the issue. But now, as we step back from it, all right, dear brothers, how best can I assess? And really, let's let the clarity present for you. It'll come at first in an ideal. It'll come secondly as a thought. But then thirdly, how about we start to share what the dear ones can do differently to complement their live streams. Now, see, this is the funnest part. Regardless of actions, reactions, you thoroughly, completely, totally just opened up doorways for them. We can call it planting seeds, but it goes well beyond a seed. It's a doorway that no matter how abrasive, on and on, the dear one's behavior or mannerisms speak. So let's be clear, they're only behaviors. Now, that door is never going to go away, I promise you. But boy, is it going to be affecting them in their day hours, their sleep hours, until eventually they're going to take that route. Now, from here, this is where the love that we're not trying to feel instantaneously starts to come to life. When we start to have an issue with their behaviors, when we start to let their behaviors have an impact and an issue upon you, this is where we're not going to sit back and just allow oneself to be lacerated. Of course, we're not going to accept that. But see, we're going to step back. We're going to look at it specifically, entirely for what it is, and then address it. Now, the funnest part here is that the love is automatically, it's you anyways, it's your natural birthright anyways. It's going to start to arise on its own, exponentially. But then you're going to start to see more dear brothers than ever start to go in all these priceless directions that are really conducive, that are really complementary for themselves, just by the absence of judgment and the full, complete embracement, the full, complete embodiment of oneself, but yet emanating exponentially without all the work. The biggest work, if anything, is helping to love and not to judge. Big guns take command. Show me what is rather than how I perceive it to be. Show me what is rather than everything I've seen around. Show me what truly is from my creator consciousness and also for myself, so that I can furthermost complement it, I can furthermost run with it. But boy, can I furthermost have the largest impact and give them the most beautiful gift I can ever give them, which is the total, complete, pure consciousness, total, complete love that is arising and an honoring of them. That's what they're asking for anyways.